Yeah, what's up, guys? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the new stream. Welcome back to episode 8, episode 8.0 on building Dona to do list app. And also, welcome back to our modern desktop app with Flutter. It's been going quite good for some time right now. We have been doing great, trying to create a to-do list on a desktop app using Flutter. And so if you are this is your first time joining us, welcome, and also um, take a seat and join us so that we can actually create this amazing modern app. Okay, that being it, what else am I missing? Am I missing introductions? Okay, let's jump into the code or any other stuff. Last time we were here, that was yesterday. We kind of like stopped at the section where we are trying to create our input field for creating lists, and we had an issue. We weren't able to finish it yesterday, and I told you guys I'm going to look into it and see if something comes up. If I if I could find a solution, I will let you guys know. And yeah, I finally found a solution, and we'll be working on it right now. And give me a second, guys. Let me know if the audio is actually good whenever you are watching me from. Okay. So I kind of like made it a list on Notion. It's kind of actually interesting that we are creating a to-do list and we are using another to-do list, another platform to actually create a to-do list for what we'll be working on. Yeah, today we kind of be focusing more on creating a list input field, using keyboard command to open inputs, add colors and emoji selections to our input field, and add delete list and edit list features. And hopefully we can actually be able to get that to work. And what else? Also work on add note to do and test field, and also add other inputs. Yeah, so we'll be working on this, and this is what we have done so far. All this at the left hand side. At the right hand side is already completed stuff we have done. Okay, so back here, I actually see. I think I'm having an issue with the audio. I don't know. Um, some people are complaining about the audio. Okay, I think it's good right now. So let's jump in here. So here's our code. The code we are written so far. So here's the code. Here's our input, our to-do app. And like I said yesterday, we stopped at this section where we are trying to create input field to actually add list to our app, which we didn't complete, but yeah, it's working right now. So we can actually go ahead and try creating a list, and you can actually see this is all we did yesterday. If you tap on this, you can actually tap this drop down, and you can actually have a chance to select any of these icons to be used. Whenever you select an icon, you can actually see it popping up here. It shows up in here. Whenever you select an icon, see the icon showing up here. So, and also we have opportunity to select a color, but right now we haven't fixed the color one. So I think we can actually go ahead and add a color property, and then we can try adding a to-do list. Not to-do list, we can try adding a list, creating a new list, and we can actually see if that works. Else you can actually try to fix whatever we're having issues on. So let's go ahead and do this. And also when you tap on this, tap outside, it goes off. So that's actually another feature we added. So so for the code that does this section, and also for this list, is located somewhere right here. What is it? Where is it? Should be somewhere. Come on, I'm also lost within my code. That's funny. Okay, I think I found it. So the code is within here. This section where we have the grid view. So we're using a grid builder. So if you guys don't know what grid builder is a widget that helps you to create a list that will be that we cannot spread within columns. We can actually see this has a column 1, column 2, column 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's what this is doing. So you can actually say you want 8 columns here, and it will spread all your items into 8 columns. So that's the usefulness. That's why we use grid view to do that. And there are so many grid view widgets there. We have grid view.counts, but grid view.builder is better because it can actually add optimization to your list. In this case, you can actually see we are loading a lot of items here, and since this is too big, we are using grid view to actually build items that are visible to us. All the items that will be visible to us will be the items that will be only be built within that particular time. So that's why we are using grid view for that. So right now we want to be able to, whenever we tap on here, we want to change this to a color instead of an emoji. So that's what we want to do right now. That means we have to wrap this with some kind of if statement. Yeah, okay, just wrap it with our builder. Yeah, block builder. I think that's much better. So I'm gonna say we're gonna have a builder right in here, or basically, okay, I think this should be much faster. So click over there and then say select builder. Now we add a builder on top of this. Now I'm gonna delete the name. That's not the builder we are looking for. We are looking for this particular builder. Now I'm gonna say active in here because this needs a context, and then the item or the state we are trying to build, we are trying to monitor to change our app or the builder widget. So that's what this is all about. And we are returning this size box, but that's not really what we want to return at the moment. So that means we have to use some if statement in here. So I'm gonna say if. So if active, the active tab, so if this active tab is equals to list active, no, it's equals to list input, yeah, dot colors tab, now if it's equals to, let's come again, if it's equals to emoji tab, go ahead and return go ahead and return this, the one we copied out before. Yeah, that's cool. If it's emoji, return this, build this. Else if it's not an emoji, so I'll add our else statement here. Else if it's not an emoji, we are going to return the same stuff, but we're not going to return a view. We are not going to return an emoji, but we're going to return a color in this case. But we don't have a color at the moment, so what do? We go to a file. In here we are going to create a dummy color. I'm gonna say final list of types. So basically create a list of type color, and I'm gonna say, no, it's not private. I'm gonna say colors, and I'm gonna say that's equals to a list. And inside this list, first of all, the first color we are going to add is a blue color. So I'm gonna say for the blue color is actually an integer. This is not a type of color. It should be type of, should we say it's a type of color, or we can actually say it's a type of int, because the hex value or the color values are actually integers. So we can actually say, okay, let's say it's a color, because we can get the int value later on. So I could say the first one should be color, and the hex value of the blue color hex value is actually I've forgotten. Let's try that. Color hunt. Yeah, you can actually get most of this from color hunt. There's a platform that can actually help you to get different colors and other stuff, or color combination if you want to build apps that you don't know what colors to use. This helps a lot. First of all, we need blue color. I would say blue hex value. No, hex code. It gives us the blue hex code, but this is not the blue we are looking for. I need this kind of color before any other stuff. So let's figure out where we used this color before. In here, I would say go ahead and get me the drop down. So this is our code for the drop down. It should be somewhere here. Yeah. Custom drop down. It has this blue color, and this blue color has a hex. Let's see which of the shade that we're actually using. Looks like this is the one we are using, I guess. Colors are blue, and that's 2196F3. So 2196F3. Where should we write it down? 2196 what? 6F3 F3, and if once before it is actually okay, 00, that should be 0xFF. Yeah, that's our color, our blue color. I'm gonna copy that, then add that inside our dummy data in here. Now we have a color. I can actually say this is constant. Now with this, we can actually create multiple colors that we want to use within our app. So within in here, we can just get another color. Now we can just make use of the color hunts that I told you guys about. So color hunts, we can just make use of it right now. Within color hunts, let's see which colors make sense. Next, okay, yeah, we need a red color. So let's go ahead and get a red color here. Come on. Red. Now hex color for this particular red. Okay. Wait a second. So that should be 4433.6. Yeah, I think my brain just captured it, everything. Let's try. That should be 44 6. I don't know if that's correct. Let's try again. The red color is actually 4433. Okay, that's correct. I captured it. And then we have triple F at the back. That's for opacity and other stuff. That capital F, that should be 3. And then we have 0x. Yeah, that should be a red color. Yeah, that's cool. And I could just revert this back to blue. No issues. Then go back here. So we have the blue and the red. Now we can't just say, we can just get other colors that we want. So let's go with this. Get the first color copied. Head back to our app. Then go ahead and say constant color. And the color basically will be what again? Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then we add the 0x and then full opacity, which is FF. There you go. Comma. Next color, this one. Do the same. Constant. Or we could actually have a function that generates different colors for us instead of hard coding all these colors. But let's conclude this first, then we can just try a function that can actually generate different color shades and combination for us instead of us doing it by ourselves. Then we have this color that should be 0x FF full opacity. And next one, I just use this and do the same below. Should be const color, no, comma, full opacity is FF. Then we have the 0x stuff, x. That's cool. And now we can find a way if we can actually see a pub package that can actually help us to generate color. Pub.dev, and I can say color. So we just try to see if we can find a way to generate multiple colors. Okay, this doesn't help. Let's see if we can actually find another one. Let's try another one and see if we can find another one that can actually help us to generate more colors. Let's try this hex color. No, that's not what we're looking for. I don't need this. Not a color picker. Let's see the color picker. Flutter already has a color picker, so I don't need this color stuff here. So we'll just go ahead and move out of this. We can actually say generate random colors. I don't know if you guys have, if you think if there's a function we can actually use to generate random colors. I guess sorry, I actually joined late. I didn't see the chat on Twitch. Yeah, what's up guys, Twitch family? Sorry for being late. Yeah, Shy Guru Nuts. I don't know if I got the name correct. What's up? I'm good. How's your day? Yeah, thank you for joining. Also have a chat from Otila. I can get the full pronunciation, but yeah. So what's up guys, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm actually building what we are actually doing is creating a to-do list, a desktop app to-do list. So it's actually a desktop app for to-do list. Yeah, that's basically what we're trying to create, and we're getting there. If you haven't been joining us, so we have gone a long way to create most of this stuff. Most of the functionalities are actually working. I'm just trying to add some few other functionalities to it to increase what we are doing. Okay, yeah, let's get back to what we're doing. Just replied to tweet chat. Okay, so we are trying to figure out how to generate multiple colors in Flutter. I'm not a random color generator. We are not looking for random color generator, but looks like we found one. Okay, looks like we found one. Okay, I'll actually try this one out. But not right now. But I'll keep on checking and searching. Maybe we can actually find something better. But let's go ahead and try out this one we have so far. The dummy colors are created. Let's use this for now. So I will say when the user kind of like selects colors, we want to change this and show them something different. I want to show them a list of colors. That's somewhere right in here. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, yeah, right in here. So I'm gonna say this, return colors, import the colors, the length, and now we want to display the colors right in here. We are going to display it the same way we are displaying it using in our drop down right here. So I'm going to copy the code, but it makes sense right now to actually move this code to a reusable widget. So since we're going to be using it in multiple places, so I'm going to make it a stateless widget. So that's a shortcut for creating a stateless widget in Flutter. That's what I just used right now. So I'm going to say color view, yeah, this is going to return what we just copied, and we can actually say I have a final widget in here which is going to be of type color value, so it's going to be an int value, call that color value. So we are going to replace the blue color we have here with the color value that we created just now. No, this is not it. It's going to be color value. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Nice. Now we can just use this in multiple places within our app. So right in here, just paste it in there, and it's requesting for, so first of all, no, we don't need to make it constant. So I'm going to add a color value property, and it's requesting for an integer. Basically for us to get the integer, so I'm going to copy this for now. We're just trying to hard code this at the moment until we actually get stuff to work. Then you can make this to be constant and the error is fixed. So if we save this, nothing more changed. It's still the same code that we have there. And now we can just use this color value, this stuff, can use it to display all the colors that we want within over here, right in here. So we want to have to replace the text that we have here with it. So there you go. And this will be from colors, add in this index, pass it right in there, dot dot value. Yeah, that's what we do. Now if you go ahead and restart this, so we need to restart this for this to actually work. So let's try this out. Tap here, tap, there you go. You can actually see the colors being displayed. That's cool. Well, this is not basically how we want it to look like. We actually want it to be exactly like something, this second value. So let's fix that. Okay, so what I'm actually doing wrong here. So I have the color view that we got that from let's see. So I have the height and width of this. Okay. So what else are we missing? Okay, I guess because our grid view is actually kind of like giving it more width and height properties, I guess. So let's actually see why this is happening. Okay, yeah, that's working fine. So we have this random colors showing up, but it's too small. The user can't see it properly. So you actually have to find a way to actually make it better for the user to see. In that case, I have to pass another value here. That should be for increasing the height and the width. So I will say final double height, or basically passing to the size, because the height and the width should be the same. And another one for the radius, I'm gonna say double radius. I hope there's a correct spelling of radius, and radius is going to be optional. Both of them is going to be optional. Yeah, I say. Yeah. There you go. And right now we're going to say if size is null, go ahead and use this. Also over here, if size is null, go ahead and use this. Then inside the border radius, I'm going to say if radius is null, go ahead and use this. So that fixed our issues for us. So right now we can go up there where we used it within our drop down in here, and then increase the sizes and the height and other stuff. So I will say size should be 16.0. Save this. Let's see what changes this is going to, the effects this is going to have on it. Okay, yeah, there you go. You can actually see it's kind of like becoming much bigger and better, and the user can actually see how this looks. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe increase it a bit to 18. I think that's okay. Okay, that's better. That's cool. So the user can just select any of these colors and have it being displayed here, and then see it to be used as a list icon or all those stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. So right now we should be able to allow the user, whenever they tap on this, they should be able to see the color they selected showing up somewhere here, because right now if they tap on it, it doesn't show up. So that's not cool. Let's go ahead and fix that. So this for the color property. When they tap on it, we want to set the current color. So I'm going to say the current color, selected color should be equals to colors at this index dot value. There you go. And can also go ahead and print the current color. No, that's current selected emoji, but current color to toString. Yeah, save that. And then so we already have these two in here, so let's go ahead and see how this will be viewed. But the issue is that our drop down currently right now doesn't have a way to conditionally dynamically change the color that we have here. It's currently hard coded, so we need to pass in a value. So we have an int color, we have int icon. Okay, the icon is dynamic, but the color is not dynamic, so you can change that. I will say color int color. Okay, I see a mistake. So it should be create a color object and pass in the color value in there, and this shouldn't be constant. Oh no, not that. Okay, yeah, that fixed our issue. So go ahead and save this right away. They should start working. I don't think we have any issue, but the only issue we are going to have is that when the user opens this for the first time, okay, this will be the select cut color. Okay, that's working. So let's go ahead and restart this and test this out. So tap over here, select, drop down. Nice. You can actually see the color changing. Just take a look at this section. You can see the color change whenever the user taps on any of these. So that's what we are looking to achieve, and that's working perfectly good. Okay, nice one. And what else do we need to do? So I can actually add more color. We can go ahead and add more colors in there. For our dummy color data, trying to know if there's a way to actually get different colors and put them in there instead of hard coding all this stuff for us. Looks like we're going to hard code it by ourselves. So let's go ahead and fix that. Add more colors. So that's what we are going to do right now. Just we can actually add like maybe up to 20. I think that's much better. Okay. So we can go ahead and get the different color hex values and fix that from our website here. The same color hex website. So you can just go back, select different colors. Okay, so let's first select this, replace whatever we have in here with it. Nice one. Oh no, that should be the second one. Yeah, that's much better. For the next one, which is this, copy this, there you go. For the next one, copy this, paste that. Then for the next one, copy the last color we have there, and then replace this. Then next one, you have to go back and look for another color. I'm trying to see different colors combination that can actually look good. Let's go with this. Copy the first one, go back, paste. Next one, copy this, go back, paste. Next, copy this, go back, paste it in there. Next, copy the last one, paste. Yeah, let's go for another color. I think this is why this is called color hunts. So you just go back to hunt for another color. Let's see. Okay, copy this. Okay, next section, copy this, replace whatever we have here with it. Then next section, copy this, replace whatever we have here. Then next one, did we miss any color? Okay, we already added that, so let's change this. Okay, use that for in here. Next section, can get hold of this, then replace whatever we have here with it. The next section, any of this should do. I think at this point we are done with adding a dummy colors for our app, so we can just go back and start testing this out. Save this. We need to restart the app. Nice. You can actually see the different colors that we have. The user can select from. Go back to emojis they can select, colors they can select from, and each of these colors shows up when they tap on it. So that's cool. You can see the changes being applied right at the top here. So I think at this point you can just go ahead and start adding lists with different colors and emojis and all those stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. So first of all, I'll go ahead and delete this 1, 2, 3 that we currently have there, and then add a different list that we can use to go ahead and add our to-do section. So custom form, I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new browser where we can visualize our database. So you guys have been joined, as I've been joining you already know we are using Isar DB. And with Isar DB, you can actually visualize your database location and see what is going in there and which data are being populated. So I will show you guys how to do that. Whenever you refresh your The only issues I have with them, I think they can actually fix, is that whenever you refresh, what is it called, or restart your app, it kind of like changes its ID for kind of like the location of the current running local host or something like that. So you can actually see our database. We currently have 5 lists, which is showing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and we want to delete the last 3, which is work. Delete this. Right. Yeah, and delete this. Now we are left with 2 of the, so we can actually keep the 2 that we are left with right now, so we don't need to delete those ones. Back in here, let's see what else to do. So let's go ahead and start creating our list by ourselves manually, all the way from here. But before we do that, because if you go ahead and type something in here, let's say personal, whatever I'm spelling, so it should be personal, and you hit the enter key, nothing's going to happen. That's because I removed the functionality to actually add a list, and so we're going to bring it back on. So there's the point right in here. Yeah, so I'm going to see to-do list. The value, the name is going to be from this value dot trim. Remove any white spaces from the value, and then the icon is going to be actually we don't need this icon property anymore, but we have the color. The color is going to be from the color that we are going to pass in from current selected colors. So I'm going to say current selected color, that should be this. Next, you should have a property called emoji. Yeah, I think. Oh, come on. What did we do? Yeah, next one. It should be emoji. Yeah, I know it has an emoji property. So I'm going to say current selected emoji. That should be this. And now we have a to-do list with a name, a to-do list with a color, with an emoji or any other stuff. Then I'm going to say add. Add, and we're going to add our new list, which is basically this list block. So what is it saying? Couldn't find this name. What happened? Okay, we commented it out, so we need to bring it back, and I'll just go ahead and delete these sections. We don't need these ones anymore. Basically delete the code that we don't need anymore. Also this, just clearing out our stuff, so I can actually leave that one. What else? I don't need this, so we just go ahead and delete this. We also don't need this 2 code showing up here. Go ahead and delete that. Format our code, and let's go ahead and test this out. Save. So go ahead and restart the app. And let's go ahead and add a to-do. So not a to-do, a list. So over here I'm going to call this list personal, and I'm going to go ahead and select an emoji for this one. So what emoji is going to be actually cool to use in here? So what looks personal here? So I can use emoji.brain. Because personal is already my brain. So we selected an emoji.brain, and then next we have to hit the enter key, and there you go. You can actually see the personal list added with our emoji brain together. I'm going ahead and create another list, and I'm going to call this work. I'm going to call this color codes or color work. color work. Go ahead and hit no enter. So first of all, select the colors that we want. So I need this to have the color green. I think that's much better. And then hit the enter key. Okay, that's an issue. We selected a color, but it's kind of like gave us emoji. It kind of like used emoji for us. No, that's not what we are looking for. So so let's fix that. We need to fix that. Emoji can be optional. So we want to figure out how to fix this issue, because this is giving us the same emoji. That's because we kind of like we added both emoji and color, and since we added in both emoji and color, our app is actually, the functionality or the instruction we give to it is that if there's a color, go ahead, if there's an emoji, go ahead and show us an emoji and forget about the color, which doesn't make any sense. So in that case, we have to make this to be optional. Then if this is optional, then we can just say it started being empty, right? Or we can actually not make it optional, leave it the way it is at the moment. So we're not going to make it optional, but we're going to leave it the way it is. But what we are going to do is that whenever someone selects a color, so I'm going to go back to the drop down that we have. Within the drop down, that's where we're going to do the changes. So I'm going to say within the drop down, when someone selects a color, so this is the color section. I hope I'm right. Yeah, this is the color section. When someone selects a color, I'm gonna set current selected emoji to be equals an empty string, and when someone selects an emoji, so when emoji is selected, so I'm gonna set current selected color to be equals to 0. I think this will fix it. I can actually see it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try this. So once we want to save this, so we are going to do some ternary operator, kind of like some checks to see if this what we have here is empty. If it's empty, we are going to pass in okay. I'm thinking it would be better if we actually make this to be optional. Yeah, if it's optional, then it can be no. We can actually make this to be optional, and if it's optional, it can be no also. Now both of them is optional. We are going to have some issues that we need to fix, because over here it's not requesting for optional stuff. So we're going to say if this is optional, the selected emoji should be emoji of car. If this is optional, the selected color should be an int. We already have a way to get an emoji card, so you can just copy this, go back and use that in here. Then for the emoji color, you can get that from our dummy colors, get the color URL, which is this. I'll just copy the whole value. Yeah, that's what we need. We need the whole value. Go back and use that in here. So if you go ahead and save this right now, hopefully you don't have any other errors that we need to fix. No, none exactly. So I could go ahead and restart our app, and then we'll try this again. So let's try, open this, say we select a color. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and delete the last list we added from our database. We're going to delete the last list. Over here, so the last one is color. Delete that, and you can actually see immediately this is reactive. It changes whenever there are changes already. So I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna say, yeah, now work, color work, yeah. Select colors. So colors we need is this particular color. Go back and hit the enter key. And this says there's no color. Okay, that's actually a color. Yeah. Yeah, that's a green color, but it's not showing up. Okay, that's strange. Okay, let's see what went wrong there. So something happened within our custom bar. No, it should be within our sidebar. I'm going to delete this. We don't need this code any longer. Delete that. Delete this also. So we have an issue. So I'm saying for the color in here, which is null, I'm basically saying if color to-do list at index1.color is not equals to null. If it's not null, go ahead and add this color, else pass a null value to it, which I think is a wrong move. Let's see. Okay. So let's fix this. So I'm gonna copy this and create a color in here. I think that's basically what it's expecting us to do. Passing the color value, and then I could say if this is empty, if this is null, then go ahead and use a default color which is blue, which I already know that this cannot be null, or in most cases it actually be null. Okay, no. So basically, if color is null, I think that's it. We messed up something. Our condition should be if color is null. If color is not equals to null, go ahead and do this. Else, if color is null, pass a null value to it. Then in here, it requires us to force unwrap this. I think that alone should actually fix our issues. Then go ahead and save this and restart the app that we have. Okay, we still have an issue. Okay guys, should I see what we can actually, what we are doing long here. I should go ahead and log this out. So I will say for the current index the user is currently at, let's console out the colors that we can actually find in there. .toString, close this. So that should be 0, 1, 2, 3. At index 3, give us the color property that's in there. Yeah. Go ahead and save this. Try this again. So color is this, and this is the color that we are getting, and that's actually wrong. That's not our color. In this case, okay guys, we are trying to do some debugging here. Let's take it one at a time. So I'm gonna say this index. I know this kind of might be something small that we're missing stuff. I'm gonna say the name to actually figure out what we are doing. Color work, that's the name, and the color property is not what we are looking for, because that's basically wrong. Dummy data, and the color we choose was something between this line. Yeah, I think it's called a green color, which is this, and once this is converted to int, it gave us this. I think that might be the issue. So if we want to actually make sure, let's try and make sure, and there's one way to do that. One way to do that is to actually console log the color we are adding here at the moment, and also the emoji that we're trying to add. So let's see. I think I can use log statement, and this dot toString, and then log current emoji dot toString. There you go. So let's go ahead and do this again. So I'll go ahead and create another one. Call this test. select a color, and the color in this case is going to be green, and go back, hit the enter key, and let's go back and see what happened. Okay, I can see that test list, it console logged it out, and it also console logged which one of these is, what is this actually? Selected color.toString. Okay, I think something is wrong in here. Okay, this is color. Convert this to log statement. Let's give this a try again. So go back, say new test, select a color, green, hit the enter key, so you see new test, and this is color is giving us this, and this is not our color value. That's wrong, that's not our color value. So I think that's where the issue is coming from. And even if I go back and say, okay, let's say we added a new one, select a different color, I could say it's red, go back and save this. So it shows up red here, it shows up green here, it shows up green here, it shows up green here, which is cool. It shows up red here, which is the color we selected, but for some reason okay, let's go ahead and do some debugging within our to-do list items, which is this should be custom bar. I think that is what we are using for the sidebar. Yeah, custom button, I think so. We called it custom button. It's right in here. So this is where we are doing the stuff. In here we are passing some colors to it, which should be found somewhere at the top. Yeah, color, which is optional, right? Icon color. So we are passing something called icon color and also color. Okay. I think that's the place we might be messing some stuff up. And for any of that, so we are going to say so I'm saying widgets. So we are saying widget.emoji is not equals to null. Go ahead and show an emoji. Then if emoji or color is null, go ahead and show us a color property whereby we are passing a widget.color to this. Welcome to programming. Dot color is equals blush or this. Because the issue is not about the color. I think we are kind of like messing up something here, because the color is actually showing up in the background. Because if you select this, so this is a green color and this is the red color that we choose for this one, but the color icon is what is we are not seeing at the moment. So that's where the issue is coming from. So if emoji So I'm going to put that as a comment so we can actually revert back to that if we figure out what's going on. I'm going to restart this. Hi, what's up, Manish? I'm good. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. So I'm gonna put this here for now and try to figure out, debug what is going on here. We are trying to sort out the error that we are having at the moment. The error is kind of proving, the bug is kind of proving strong and stubborn. Let's see if we can actually figure out to debug this and figure out and get out from this. So one way to do this, I'm gonna put this color in here, hard-coded color, and see if this fixes the issue that we are having. For some reason it doesn't, so I'm gonna go back to, what's it called, to our custom button. So this is our custom button. Okay, custom bar, and within there the issue might be coming from one of these areas right in here. I know the issue might be from here. So this is saying if icon is not equals to null, go ahead and show this, but if icon is equals to null, then go ahead and run the next one, then change this one, checks if widget dot emoji is not equals to null. Go ahead and show this, else go ahead and show the color one that we have here, but the issue being that our color is not displaying the way we want it to display, and that's where our problem is coming from. So for here, I'm going to comment this out, then hard code some color in there and see what this looks like. So I'm going to say colors.blue or black, anyone. Save that, and that still do not help our cause, because still not showing up. Okay, yeah, which web page are you designing? Let me know which web page and which you are designing. Is it with Flutter, or first of all, which kind of web page are you designing? I think that's a good question. And then which of the tech stack are you using? Is it with Flutter or with JavaScript kind of like frameworks? Let me know. So I'm gonna go ahead and comment this out. Once we have those out, so I'm going to say the child property is just going to be this. Okay, that shows up. Okay, that shows up. That's cool. So now we figured out that the issue is coming from one of these. Put this back. Probably our emoji is the one causing the issue. So let's take a look in our back end. Okay, it's a shoes website. Okay, nice one. Is it with Flutter or JavaScript related framework, or you just want an advice on how to go about it? Let me know. Because if you want to design it with Flutter based framework, and if it's a platform where you want to sell shoes, a website to sell shoes, is not okay to do it with Flutter. That being that, one of the reasons being that Flutter is not good with SEO at the moment, which is the web part of it, but they are still working on it. So if you are looking for something that can actually help you with SEOs for your marketplace and all those stuff, Flutter will not work very well for that. But if you don't care about that, you can use Flutter. If you don't care about SEO, you can use Flutter to design your website. But if you care about SEO, basically SEO is basically helps people to actually get to your website, or actually know. So let's say I went to Google and type in I'm looking for shoes. With SEO on your platform, Google will be able to suggest people your platforms are one of your websites, what of website they can buy shoes from, all those stuff. So, but if you use Flutter, you're not gonna get that. But yeah. I don't know if I answered your question, or you still have, you still need some more clarity on it. So let's go ahead and keep on working on this, because right now, since we can actually figure out what the issue is about, so let's see how to fix this. First and first, we need to be able to see our back end and see what's going in there. Maybe we are doing, our backend is actually doing something else, and see how the list is actually looking. You mean have I shake the website or what? You mean the website? Okay, so this is our back end. I don't know what your your Instagram account is about. I've none. You didn't share any of your Instagram account with me, so there's no way for me to actually check that out. So right now, let's see what we actually have in here. So emojis always start being empty, an empty string. It's always an empty string at the moment, and yeah, except the last two is actually no. Okay, and also this, but the rest is an empty string, which, like I said, I think that's where our issues are actually coming from, since that's an empty string. So we have to fix it. We have to make it to be no if there's no emoji. So now we figured out where the issue is coming from, so we can actually go ahead and start fixing this. So one way to fix this, let's first of all start with the custom form, the form where we're doing sure, I will check it out. After the stream, I will just take a look at it. If you want to ask me more question, you can go ahead, or you can reach out to my Instagram and just drop me a comment there, so I can actually take a look. Yeah, just drop me a comment on my Instagram account, and I will take a look at it. So let's go back in here. Still trying to figure out what yeah, we didn't figure out what is causing the issue, but let's go ahead and fix that. So since this is actually null, that means whenever we are trying to save our list, it should be null also. But over here we are saying the current selected emoji is this. So that's what's causing the issue. So I would say this to be null. Yeah. With that, we should be able to fix our issue. Let's go ahead and try this out. Yeah, so we have this, the last one we did. The last list we added was basically people. Let's go ahead and add something else. I'm gonna say home list in here, and then select the colors we're going to use is basically red. Then hit the enter key. Okay. No shake operator is used on a null value. Yeah. Okay, let's figure out where this happened. Okay, yeah, I see. Fix, and then to just hit the enter key in here, and that worked. So actually see, now we can actually see a color property being shown. That's because back in our back end, so if you go back to our database, you see the last one we added is home list, and now the emoji is null. So since the emoji is null, we can show up emoji. We just go ahead and show up colors. So that's what was causing the issues that we had previously. So right now we're able to debug that, and that's fixed. So we should be make this to be dynamic. In that case, we have to go back to the sidebar and then uncomment change this from this hard-coded color, move it from that, and then move it into, let's say, active list.to-do list, add color, if not equal to empty, if it not equals to null, go ahead and show this. Else, go ahead and use null in there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, show this one, sure, I will take a look. I will check out your Instagram, no problem. So let's go ahead and do this. So right now I actually added a made the color to be dynamic and change depending on if there's a color within our list or not. So I think we also have an issue right away, whereby if we go back to the home, what is it, inside our custom bar, we also had coded a color property in there, which is this. We're going to remove that and go back to using the dynamic color that will be passed in. And now you can actually see that showing up. And we need to remove other lists from our database that doesn't have colors associated with them. So that will be starting from personal. No, personal is okay. Starting from color work all the way down. I'm going to remove all those stuff, and then remove this last one. Then go ahead and start adding list again from the beginning. So I'm gonna say this should be called color work. Since this is called color work, also we're gonna have an issue. Yeah, that reminds me, we're going to have another issue if we don't fix this. There's something we need to fix within our code, and that's within the drop down section, whereby we are saying the current selected color should be 0. I'll just say that to be null. Yeah, so if there's no color, it should be null. Sure. That's okay. As everybody has his own side of the stuff. You can be is not required to be a web developer or app developer. You can just be a UI developer or just UX developer, user experience developer, or both UI and UX developer, and get someone else to do the coding part or building the whole platform or product. So it's not required to be good in both or something like that. So yeah, that's not an issue. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and select a color. I'm going to go back and select the green color and hit the enter key, and that worked. So you can actually see the color work is now being added as a green color within our code. Okay, that's cool. And personal is actually having a color, but it shouldn't have a color. The way we set it up, it shouldn't have a color, which is the personal one. If you take a look at our back end, personal has a color property right in there, so it shouldn't. I will need to set that to no. And if you set that to no, it doesn't have a color any longer. So let's create a list with an emoji at this time around. I'm going to say work, call this office work, and the emoji is going to be an office related emoji. Yeah, I can actually choose any of these, and then hit the enter key. There you go. Let's take a look at the back end. Now you can actually see that the color is null, and the emoji is selected, and both the name and other stuff. So if you go ahead and select this, you see there's no background color applied to it, but this one has a background color applied to it. So sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Yeah, what's up, Miss Ghana Dawit? What's up? Thanks for joining. So I'm gonna say so we have the office work right in here, color work, and then personal list to do today and the home. And yeah, so basically we actually got this fixed. Let's see what else we have to do after this are fixed. So I think the next one on our list is just to we created a list. We modify the input field to actually have a way to select both emoji or colors depending on what the user wants to do. And then we use keyboard command to open an input field. So that's the next stuff we want to do. So we want to be able to use a keyboard command to open this input field and select whatever we want to do. I think that should be next stuff we can actually do, and let's go ahead and do that. So this time around we are going to be using keyboard command to open our input field and type whatever we want to type in here. Instead of just using our cursor to select this, we just use a keyboard command. Let's try that. Oh, what's up, Mago? Sure. Oh yeah. I just remember. Yeah. I think you were the last stream. Yeah. I just remember. Yeah. Sure, Manish. Thanks for the words. Yeah. So let's go ahead and fix this. So yeah. Next, let's use the keyboard command, and if later there's ways to actually use keyboard command to do some task within your code or do any stuff you want to do within your app. And that's basically, we actually did that the last time, and we're actually using that to change our theme, which we can actually do right now. So Control D, we change our app to dark theme. Select this, Control D. Okay, Let's see what happened. Should be Control D. I think I'm having an issue. Yeah. We definitely upload the app. You can actually find it on my GitHub. Yeah, some part of it is on GitHub. The theme path section. Yeah, because what I usually do is that whenever I'm done with each sections, I upload that sections on GitHub, so you can find the section where we did the theming and added a shortcut for toggling the themes and other stuff within the app. That section is actually on GitHub. For these sections of adding to-do lists within the app is not yet uploaded, but I will be uploading that by tomorrow. Yeah, after the stream tomorrow. Yeah, that should be on GitHub. You can actually access that on GitHub. The name is called, I think I should open up my GitHub here. Let's see. What's the name again? There's a whole lot of repositories I have here. Okay, it's called Fake Dona app. Yeah, the name is called Fake Dona app. Yeah, this one. And my GitHub username is called Cosidocs, and the repository name is called Fake Dona app. So you can just access the code right in there, and you can fork it, so that whenever I make new changes or stuff right there, I can actually get it. Yeah. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let's go ahead and fix the command. So the command section, that should be within the main app, not the main app. It should be within the main screen, if I still remember. Yeah, within the main screen. That should be right in here. We did that at the top. Let me see. Okay, over here we're checking to-dos block. Okay, to-dos loaded, shortcuts. Okay, actually logical keyboard. Okay, control key and key B, key D, and key L. And if you go ahead and restart this, let's test this out for our team again and see if this still works, because our team should be working. That should be control D. Okay, that's funny. It's not actually toggling anything. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Yeah, this changes. So why is it not toggling the app? Maybe you had an issue. Okay, that worked. Control L for light mode. Control D for dark mode. Control L for light mode. Okay, that's working. Yeah. Control D. Okay, I think I'm the one making a mistake. I'm clicking on a different shortcut and it wasn't working. Oh, great. Thanks for the word, Margot. I don't know, but I really appreciate that you liked it. Thanks, and keep on joining. There are other ones I already did. If you want to check out the projects that can help you learn, I did one. If you are interested in learning iOS development, I did a project on that, a full project. You can check it out on my stuff. Also on React Native, I also did some stuff on React Native, which I'm still working on. It's still on my YouTube, but this one is there's other ones I did in Flutter. If you want to learn how to do some mobile app development with Flutter, yeah. Sure. Okay, let's go back. So right now we are able to toggle this, both the dark mode, the light mode, and I think we have dark mode, we have light mode, we have black mode, yeah, for full black theme, and we have auto mode. Yeah, or the auto mode just basically uses the our app team data, basically our laptop team data to set the whole stuff. So just go back to light mode. Yeah. So let's go ahead and add a command that can actually help us to do this, toggling this on and off. Yeah, it's really, but if you are at the other end, like let's say you are the one doing it or doing the coding by yourself or programming, I would actually say it's not that fun. Um, Especially when you actually hit a dead end where like something like hits a bug, something like that. Yeah, you kind of like stuck within few hours trying to fix something. At that point, you actually notice that it's not fun, coding or programming or something like that, and you have to sit on it on your ass for how many hours trying to debug some stuff or something like that. So we have this logical key set, and we are saying whenever we hit on the control key together with E key, so that should be command key and E key, should be able to toggle this. Okay, we have a control key, we don't have anything called a command key. Okay, we don't have a command key because on MacBook we have control and command, so we just use control. Yeah. Go back to control key, and then control key plus E key E should be able to toggle, not team again, but in this case it should be able to toggle our inputs, our list input and other stuff, allow us to add a list input or something like that. So that's what we are going to do right now. Sure. Yeah, have a nice day. Good night. For that, I'm going to go ahead and create team intent. Go to definition. Let's go to the definition where we created this. Instead of creating team intent, I'm going to call another intent, and we're going to call this intent to be input field. Yeah, just call that input field intent. Yeah, intent. That makes sense. We are going to extend, basically extend from a parent class, an abstract class called intent, because basically with diagonal stable. Okay, I'm going to say extend intent, and within this basically create a constructor and then pass the intent name. And even over here I'm going to say the constructor is going to be called input field intent, and there you go, and have string name. Let's see what else. 11 for okay, yeah. I could go ahead and start using this. Here in the main screen, I'm gonna say whenever there's a command for control and E key, go ahead and call this intent, and then you need to pass in team.tab. But in this case, we're going to pass in list tab. Okay, that should be list input tab. Yeah, and that should be open dot name. Whenever that is passed in, next we're going to go for an action. So this is going to handle the action of type intent, and this object of actions, different actions. Next one we are going to add is basically the one of type input intent. Yeah, input intent. Basically callback action should be input intent. We receive input intent, and then we are going to call, instead of change theme, we are going to create a new function that we are going to call instead of change theme function. Instead of calling change theme right in here, for now I'm going to call, remove the function change theme, basically call this function that we're going to put. So I'm going to add a different stuff to call. I'm going to bring that over here, sidebar. From the sidebar I'm going to borrow some code. So this is what we need to open up our list input. Bring that at the top, right in here, import this code with the context. I'm going to say list input block dot add. We add an event that's going to fire our block. So I'm going to say add update list input tab, and the tab that's going to update is going to be list input dot open, and this has to need a constant on it. And after that we are done. We can actually take it for a test drive and see how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the app. We need to restart it. So right now let's try Control key and E. That worked. So you actually see this is now open, and this will actually take focus, but it didn't. Yeah, so the user can start typing in and other stuff, or you can just close it, then Control E, Control and E key. Okay, now for some reason worked once without working again. Looks like, okay, that's Control E, and yeah, toggles the tab to open up. That's the state that we want, and toggle it back to close. Now it's closed. We could try again, Control E. Okay, that opens up again, and okay, can toggle it back to close, toggle it open, and toggle it back to close. Okay, that's cool. And next, and that's it. So we actually be able to use our keyboard to open, to toggle our inputs, our list input to open up, and then we can actually toggle it back to close using just clicking outside it. You just close. So that's done with. Is there any other stuff that we need to do? Use keyboard CDM to open input. Next, to add colors and emoji selections. We already did that before doing the keyboard stuff. Yeah, we added colors and emoji selection already, so we don't need to work on that again. Next stuff is just to add delete list and edit list. But before we do that, let's go ahead and focus on the list section, on to-do section right now. So we already worked on the list for some time now. Let's focus on the to-do section. For currently at the to-do section, we can just add to-dos, remove to-dos and all those stuff. But what we want to do now is to be able to add a note to the to-do. We are currently only adding the title to the to-do. We are not adding a note, and we need to fix that to be able to also add a note to the to-do. And one way to do that is to go back to the main view, because our main view is where we are adding to-dos. That's basically right in here, somewhere on field submitted. Yeah, on field submitted, there's a place we are doing that, and we are calling to-dos block.add, add a to-do, and then do this. But we want to be able to actually add a note and a to do, but we don't want to create a second input field. Since we don't want to create a second input field, how do we solve that issue? So what I want to do is that when someone is typing something in here, first of all, I don't want to add any to do, so let's go ahead and uncomment this side out, comment this code. So commenting it means that this side of the code will not run at the moment. Yeah, the code will not be active. That's what comment means. And you actually use it for, sometimes we use it majority of times it's basically used for documentation and most of stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So what we want to do in this case is we don't want to create another input field for someone to add a note at the same time, and at the same time we want to be able to make it faster for the users to add a note without jumping to another input field to do that. What we are going to do is that when the user type in here, let's say he wants to add a to do that says go diving. I haven't done diving, but I think I don't like it. So when someone say go diving, and then so go diving is actually the title of the to do. If they want to add a note, they just have to type on / and then start saying we go diving tomorrow. Okay, that's not the correct spelling of tomorrow. We go diving tomorrow with some friends. And if they hit the enter key, we should be able to split these two sentences, because this is a full sentence here, and this second one is a full sentence. But the first sentence is the title, the to-do title. The second sentence is the to-do note. So we are going to split it by this sign, but the user won't actually know what this is all about. So we have to be able to actually give them a visual that adding this double strike is actually saying that the next sentence will be a note. So we are going to, for us to do that, we are going to use a package called rich. It's called rich test controller. So that's the package we're going to use, a package called rich test controller. Let's go ahead and get the package. I'll show you guys the package. So this is basically the package we want to use. Yeah, so you can actually see what the package is doing in action here. You can add different colors for different tests that you are writing at the same time. So let's go ahead and install this first. So I'm going to say flutter pub add installation, flutter pub add rich test controller. Right inside our terminal, first of all clear the terminal and then paste the code right in there. And the package has been added. Now we can use the package. Let's see how to use it. Example on how to use this. Okay, so we have controller that we are going to pass to our input field, rich test controller. So I'm going to say in here, this is our input field. At the top, at the right top here, we're going to create a controller called rich test controller. Let's copy this code, add it here, and this is going to throw some errors that we need to go ahead and import this, and it's going to show some error code here. So we're going to say that this should be late initialized. We are saying that this is private. We should be able to dispose this also. Okay, we already have a dispose function. So within the dispose function, I will say controller dot dispose. There you go. And now we have our init function. Within our init function, we should be able to initialize this. And this is how we can actually initialize the whole stuff. Just copy this all the way to the end right there. Paste it right in here. And let's do some changes. So right here, so we have this regular expression to target some stuff. So what is this actually? Okay, this is targeting a hashtag. This regular expression is targeting a hashtag. This is targeting an at tag, and this is targeting let me see, returns every word after this with yellow color, and returns every mentions with blue color, and returns every hashtag with red color. Okay, so let's actually try this one out. Make this to be constant, make this to be const, and also make this to be const. What else do we need to do? Make this to be const to fix the issues. Make this to be const. On delete callback, expected to find a comma. Okay, now we have this set up. Now we can use the controller within our text editing field, which is right in here. We're already using an input field controller. Say input field of clear. Let's see if there's a way to actually clear this controller dot on mash. Okay, we can actually clear the controller, so that's cool. That means we have to forget about one controller and use the other one. So we're going to use underscore controller, thereby abandoning the input field controller that we used previously. So I'm going to say controller, passing this controller. Then we need to restart our app. So okay, something happened. Okay, it's actually saying we need widget binding. Okay, we are facing some issues trying to use this package. This test controller feed assertion on line 50, position 16. Let's see if we have if we did a setup in the wrong way. So let's say okay, one home reach test controller demo, reach controller which we added. pattern mesh map. We're still having the same issues. So let's check the GitHub repository and see if we are going to find if there's a solution to our issues. Maybe someone have talked about it or something like that. Okay, someone provided a fork for that. We could use. Let's check this fade assertion. Okay, let's try using this fork, and then for us to use that, we need to go back to our spec.yaml and delete the previous one we added. There's one easy way to do that. Basically delete this line of code added and then save it. You just go ahead and run this and update our pub packages for us, or else you can actually go ahead and tap on this particular key to get packages, or this one to upgrade your all packages. But basically we want to get the packages that we added there. Once that is done, so go here, add this and paste this line of code in there. Make sure the formatting is correct. I think they should be here, and then this will get a fork from this URL, and then reference should be fixed widget binding. Okay, I think that's a pull request. Reference and let's try this, see if that works. Okay, we added that, so let's go ahead and restart our app. Okay, now we are still having the same errors and other stuff. Package, widget binding, errors and other stuff still there. Come on. Thought this is gonna be easy. I didn't know that this is gonna have some errors, and I didn't find another one. Looks like we're going to create ours from scratch, but not on this stream today. Let's see, exposing the guest options, bar state, no element and format exception, nothing to repeat, issues has been fixed. Fix readme and import line right away. Widget binding fix for flutter 3. Fix warning for flutter 3. Update dependencies, change type list to set. Add match with start and end index. Okay, let's check this. See what happened here. First of all, let's check out flutter version. Check the flutter version we're actually using. No, I know I messed up the command. That should be flutter. Okay. Okay, looks like almost there, but miss some stuff. Okay, that should be that version, and we are using flutter 3.0 channel stable, and that tools is 2.17. so okay, I think the fix is going to work. Let's try and see. We go back over here. I'll go ahead and delete this. This still didn't work, so no need of keeping it. And then pull in the latest changes. Try to get the packages back again, and go back to flutter test controller and some stuff like that, and then let's start doing some changes within the code base of this. To start off with this, so let's see where the changes have been made. So first of all, we need to change within the constructor the asset section where they did the asset, delete callback. Okay, move this. So there's the new stuff they added, the new changes. So this is basically the new changes. Delete this, paste this in there. What else? Next is also do the test span. The test span section, where is it? Test. Okay, test span, build test span, and all the way from here to this end. Replace it with this code. What else is being changed? The legacy section. Remove all this to this with this one. That's basically all, I guess. All, I guess. Okay. still actually need to go back and see what each of this code is doing. After testing it, if it still works, we have to understand what each of this code is doing. At the moment, we're just trying to add this stuff, see how this works. So for the string leggers, copy this. Next will be widget instance post frame callback. Yeah, that one I changed it. Widget instance post frame callback. Where is the section again? At line 82. No, this section. Just remove the null shake in there. And next we need to change will be the style as line 94. For the style again. Still this, and there's no changes to be made there. Style equals a string mash map is equals to null, then passing pattern mash map okay, this or passing string mash map at KSI. So what changes was made apart from this? Let's see next one. So let's save this. I'm trying to see if this fix our so-called issues that we're having. Yeah, still didn't fix it. I thought we just added this. Unfortunately, this was not added. Come on. Footer pop add test editing controller. Now we have to start again from the beginning to add this back. I thought we did add it. Yeah, okay, it's added now. Import. If we're gonna ahead and restart this, still gonna throw the same error. And now we have to go back and redo the whole stuff we did. Come on, go back in here. Yeah, now from the beginning again. So let's check this again. First of all, which changes was added? So this was the one that was added. From the constructor, we have assert shake pattern mash not equals to null, and string match map equals to null, on string pattern match map not equals to null, and string match map not equals to null. Super dot change. Let's see. Okay, build test span, because there's no identifiable changes that were actually made here. It's still the same. So it's test span, build test span. Let's see. Okay, required build test style required with compositing. That's already added. And the only visible changes that was made here is basically the widget binding section that should be somewhere. Okay, instance dot add post frame callback. Yeah, which is already showing up here. We have this is still showing us an error. let's try going back to the issues that was raised and see if there's another one we can check on. No, it should be pull request. Yep. Now we don't need to look at that level. Okay, I think I have a clue what is going on here. Okay, we just fixed it. So basically, okay, I think this why is much important to actually go ahead and read the code instead of just going straight to the stuff and looking into it and thinking okay something must be wrong without actually looking through the code to see what's actually wrong there. So if you go ahead and read the assert test here, so basically this is kind of like a way to make sure that to check that these parameters or the object values are not actually null, and make sure that you are not providing this and this at the same time. One should be provided at each time. You don't need to provide pattern match and also provide string match map at the center, so that's what's causing the problem. So if you look over, you see assert and the assert checks if pattern match is not equals to null and string match map is not equals to null, is equals to null. So that means either this is not equals to null and this is equals to null, then don't throw any error. You can go ahead and start doing whatever you want to do. But also again, it cannot give you another option, and which in this case either pattern match map is now null and string match map is not equals to null. That means none of them should be both of them should not be provided at the same time. Either one is provided and the other one is omitted, and also both of them should not be omitted at the same time. So that's basically what this assert statement is doing here. and I didn't actually take that into consideration to look before using the package, and that's why we are always getting the error that we just received. And with that being fixed, so let's go ahead and try this out. So let's see. So okay, expression, regular guess expression, mash. Okay, let's try and write some statement. Let's say home, then do some hashtag. So hashtag hash, use hash. You see that works. Now if you go ahead and do some @ sign, and that still works, so that's cool. Or I could say @ so that didn't work. So all of them, both of them has to be together. But what if we did this? That works. But what if we just say that and then say that doesn't work? So I think that we need to actually look into the library and see how to actually fix that one. But at least we got some stuff working here. So what we are going to do right now, I'm going to say, let's say if you have a regular expression that's going to mash when someone adds. I'm going to copy this and repeat it again, but comment this one out. And I'm going to say mash when there's this sign before any letters or any word. So in this case, if you go ahead and say, and he didn't mash it, that didn't work. Looks like we need to restart our app. So regular expression / be a string. Okay, let's try again. I'm gonna say home, then /. Okay, that worked. So you can actually see when there's /, whatever you add in there is now highlighted with the yellow color. So that's cool. That's good. What if we say after with a space, and that's not a space in regular expression, I guess. That's not a space in regular expression. I'm gonna say home /. Okay, that works now. Okay, that's actually working. So we are saying when there's actually a sign and then there's a space and there's a letter, then go ahead and mark those ones, give those ones a different color. Interesting. Okay, I think we can actually work with this, and then we could just go ahead and start adding what we want. So over here, I don't want this to be this color. Maybe you can give it a different color. Maybe you can give it a brown color or something like that. So let's try a brown color. Brown. Yeah, color brown, and it could be italic. Actually leave it to be italic. Text font still the same text font that we have for the input field. So the input field text font is basically I think we did it somewhere, 14.0. I'll just go ahead and copy this. Once you copy it, string mash, when there's string 1 do this, when string 2 do this, and we are not trying to use a string mash in this case. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be in italic, but its text font is going to change. And if we go ahead and save that, restart our app, and then in here go ahead and say home, then /, then I'm gonna say visit home. Oh no, visit. If we go ahead like that, keep on adding that, visit home today. and that didn't work. So if I was saying this, any letters within it, let's see, okay, let's check what all these regular expressions are actually doing. Regular expressions, and so let's say legs. Let's use this one, regex.com. A slash and a B, meaning what? So the slash word boundary, match space. So let's say match space legs. So let's keep this the same regular expression with some few changes we did to it and try using that. I'm going to say home, then with this double slash, okay, that's working. Now matches everything, even if any spaces that we are given. Okay, that's cool, nice one. So let's work with this. The font style is italic. Or should we just remove the italic there and just keep up with the normal font? Let's say font should be normal, or we can just keep working with italic sign. I think I'll just keep working with normal fonts. Save that, restart. Okay, let's try again. Say home and double slash visit home letter today. with friends. With friends from work. Yeah, I think that's much better. But it looks like our test style is different from this test style we are using. Yes, in test style, color is gray. Oh, this is hint test style, not our normal test style. So I'm gonna say into the label style. Oh, we don't need a label style, not a helper style. Because I want the two tests to actually match, be the same. This one being separately. Thanks from font style normal. You will increase this to somewhere like 18. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, both of that are in the same font size at the moment. So let's go ahead and finish this. Also, we are saying home. So home. Basically, I want to say home, and then the to-do note is going to be visit home letter today for dinner, and then full stop. And the full stop is not also recognized. We also need to match other characters inside our registers, so we need to match other characters, special characters. So let's say we not only add this and we add other special characters, you can actually see this is not matched. So we can match dots by just using the dot sign. Let's restart this and see if we are going to match a dot. Yeah, the dot is being matched also. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so we are good to go here. Go down, start, save, and now we could just say okay. So whenever we save this, hit the enter key to save this. We want to be able to grab what we just entered and split it by this sign. Remember this sign, and one will be for notes and the other one will be for test. So let's go ahead and split this after grabbing it. And next stuff, we also need to be able to add it within the list. In this case, we want to add this within the list home. You can actually see home list contains 14 to-do lists. It contains 14 to-do items, not to-do list. Yeah, to-do items. That's what home list contains. Today contains 7, and the rest because we haven't added anything, we just created them newly at the moment, so it contains nothing. Or I would actually say add this inside office work. So I need to select this. Now this will be added inside office work. If I hit the enter key, let's go back here. So this is the place we are adding our to-dos right in here. So I need to split this. First of all, let's split it. I'm going to say final words, or just say sentences. Sentence is equals to value of the input field dot split. The pattern to split is basically this is the pattern to split. Close that off. Now I need to log this. So we need to log sentences at index 0, and also log sentences at index 1. So if you save this and now bring our console up, I need to clear this off first, then go ahead and hit the enter key, still in here. We should be to, yeah, that works. So you can actually see home the milky, I don't know what I just actually typed in there, but that's actually what we got. But I need to actually trim this, trim left and trim right. So trimming, we just, if the string contains leading or trailing white spaces, we just trim it. So that's cool. Just go ahead and trim it both left and right. Save that. Next, let's try this again. Hit the enter key. Now we're gonna have home and home.milky or whatever I typed in there. So now first one is the note, is the title, second one is the note. So that's cool. And we actually figured out a way to work with this. So I'm gonna uncomment this section out again. And now I'm gonna say add to do. I need to import this. Once that is imported, now I'm gonna say value. We already have the way to split the sentences by this. Sentences at index 0 is basically our title, which our to do has a task and has a note. Okay, this is the note, this is the task. The task is basically the title, and the note is at index 1. And what is tab block the state of tab block, and also our to do will always start out being complete, so it's always start out being false, so it's not complete. What else are we missing? So I'll go ahead and format these two sections, comment them out, save. Once this is saved, go ahead and run this code. First I need to slash this. I'm gonna say after work on Tuesday, and I'm going to say visit John home with friends. That's not corresponding with friends. Yeah, visit John home with friends after work today. With our full stop, then hit the enter key, and I think it worked. Yeah, it did work, but our input field was not cleared. If you scroll down, you can actually see it worked after. Okay, after on Tuesday, that actually doesn't make any sense, but let's leave it at that. So I'm saying after on Tuesday, then slash visit John home with friends. Basically, this should be saying after work on Tuesday, then note visit John home with friends. And if you take a good look at somewhere here, input field clear, that's not what we should be calling. I'm going to comment this out. The right one to actually call here is basically controller dot clear. That will do the work. And let's try this again. So basically going to say after work on Friday. So after work on Friday / finish visit Mary home with friends. Yeah. Then hit the enter key. That will add our to do and then clear our input field. So if you scroll down, you can actually see that after work on Friday, so they already know what the note is all about. But right now we can't see the note because we haven't added a page where we can actually see the whole note that's been added into our app. But another issue that we need to solve is that this is not updating. It should actually update to say office work has 2 inputs and not 0. Yeah. And if you want to see that in our back end, so you can actually take a look at our back end. For some reason we can scroll up to see our back end. We can actually leave it this way. And if you want to see that, I'm going to go ahead and restart our app. If you restart the app, you can actually see this is still saying 0. Actually means 0. And next one, so right now you can be able to see our back end. Yeah, copy this URL right in here, paste this inside a browser. We have one up here, paste that. I'll remove this. Now if we shake, you will see that our to-do list is our to-do list, and office work has 0 to-dos added to it. Home to is 4. To-dos right here is 16. For home is 16. Was this 16 or I just updated to 16? Something must be wrong somewhere. Home shouldn't be 16. Never should it be 16, so it shouldn't not be 16 because it looks like it just updated itself to 16. Yep. And office work is not completely 0, but we are adding stuff to office work, not home list. If you go ahead and let's make sure this is happening. Office work test, let's say office work test, enter. What? Something went wrong. Oh, invalid value. Yeah, invalid value because when you split this, there's nothing to split it with. So there's nothing to split this, so this sign is not actually anywhere. In that case, you have to do some shaking here. If there's no splitting, do not do any stuff because this is going to break our code somewhere here. Yeah, we didn't actually think about that from the beginning, so I know the code broke somewhere here. Range invalid value, only valid value is 0 and not 1, because if you spread this by this sign, you're going to get only 1 value, there's no 2. Since we can actually say if sentence at index 0 is null, but that's actually going to throw the same invalid value. Do this, yeah, still going to throw the same invalid value. Or we could actually say is, and remove the debug value that we have here. Remove this one also. Remove this, so I actually know where we are. So if this is being split, and now we can actually say if this length is greater than, yeah, So I think that's the best one to use. Dot length is greater than 1, if that's true. Or we can actually say, we already know that the length must always be 2. It must always be 2. Sometimes it can actually be more than, because some user might even try to add // everywhere. So we can actually say if length is greater than 1, go ahead and do this, else go ahead and add empty note. Save that, and let's give that a test run and see what's going to happen. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's try this out. Hit the enter key. See if we have any errors. Okay, worked without any errors. And if you scroll down, you can actually see this office work test, and this is still updating home list. You can actually see that home list is now 17, no longer 16. So that means we have a bug that we need to fix. And you can actually scroll down all the way to our repository folder, and then go straight to the data DB storage repository, where we are saving our list, where we are saving our to-do notes list. So that should be at this point. I'm saying okay, save to do. I'm saying find where name dot equals list dot name, and go ahead and save this. Okay, so once add to do is in called, that should be inside to do block. Yeah, add to do. Going to pass in to do and also events dot list, the list that we want to update. And in this case, we are passing also the list. But why is it always saying home was selected? Home was not selected, and that's a bug. So if you go ahead and select color, it should tell us that color work was selected, not home. Transition state instead of to-do list, event update tab instead of to-do list, next state, and flutter.home. Where are we getting this from? That shouldn't be home. Yeah, I think something is wrong somewhere. Let's see. Actually somewhere within list block, list tab block, update the tab. List event, add to do list, and delete to do list, update to do list. What else are we missing? Add to do. Okay, and I can't see any issues there. And next, okay, let's see if there's something we did wrong somewhere. The block section. Okay, listen for events when they're okay, that's different. And next, when there's add to-do list, map add to-do list and recent updates, list.loaded, update to-do list. Come on, where are we actually having this issue that we are fixing now? Let's try one more place. Let's look into, let's close this off, close this. Let's look into main view, and when we are saying add to-do list, tab block.state, let's figure out what tab block.state is at the moment when we actually hit that end. So I'm going to comment this code out and print basically log say this selected tab block.state dot name. Close that off, go ahead and save. It's personal is selected. If I go ahead and type something here, say personal test, hit the enter key, the selected tab is home. Okay, now we are having an issue. You see, selected tab is always home and it shouldn't be home. So let's go to where we are listing all this tab and try to see how that works. So that should be sidebar. Within sidebar, whenever a sidebar is selected or tapped on, we're going to say active list.index, update tab, active list.index at 1 at its index. What should it be? Let's see how this works. So I'm going to log this also here. I'm going to say the clicked tab is cap this off. Clicked tab is basically this at this index.name. Go ahead and save this. The clicked tab is color work. Yeah, that's the clicked tab. And when we call update tab, when update tab is called tab block, okay, this is from list tab block tab event, list tab block tab event. We are passing in it to the list update, and the tab block we are passing in event emit event.tab, Okay, let's debug this one at a time. So let's start with sidebar. So sidebar, let's take a look. Okay, so something that shouldn't be here, so basically delete this one time and try to see, figure out if there's something else we can actually find that shouldn't be here also. I think we are making a mistake somewhere, because one of the issues is that this, whenever we update a tab, whenever this code runs, it actually goes ahead and set the current tab to be home, which is not basically what we want. Let's save that. This. Okay, I see. These where the issue is actually coming from, and whenever this code is being rerun, this tab block.add is being called, which is not true, and that's what's messing the whole code base up. And if we don't do that, whenever the user wants, let's say the user opens the app and this tab is selected at home, if the user goes ahead and adds some stuff, it's going to break. So that's why I'm adding this code right in here. I can't remember right now. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this works. So let's try this out again, because like I said, if you go ahead and right now we just restarted the app. If you go ahead, this is selected at home. If you go ahead and type something in here, say home test, hit the enter key, this is going to break our code, because I still remember. Okay, the selected tab is home. Let's say we tap on personal. Okay, yeah, the selected tab is now personal. That's cool. If this is on home, if you restart this, the selected tab is going to be home. Okay, that's much better, and that issue is fixed. Right now, if you go ahead and select office work, and then let's go ahead and update office work and say let's start with after work on Monday, visit swimming class. At by. Okay, add by, and when you hit the enter key, okay, there's no updating. That's probably because we commented out the code for that. Just because we are debugging our stuff, we commented it out somewhere in main view. Yeah, I remember we commented it out somewhere here, and I'm gonna open it back up again. Import, and then save this, clear, and then hit the enter key. Nice one, that's working now. You can actually see the office work list is now updated to be 1, so it now contains 1 item, and this contains 17, this contains 7. We can still update more on office work. I'm gonna say after I should just say talk with the manager about the CI/CD. Okay, that's an issue because we already added. We are saying whenever there's a slash, it should kind of treat it as a different code or as a different word. So talk to the manager about CI/CD. Tomorrow we're going to fix that, but for now, talk to the manager about the CI/CD issues to be fixed by my. Now if you go ahead and keep on typing, you actually see that this is going off. We don't want that. We want a situation where we keep on typing. Either it kind of like expand vertically, that should be max line. Yeah, I think should have max line should be no. I think that's, yeah, that expands. So let's try this again. To be fixed by my, you see it kind of expand, and you can actually keep on typing more to fix my CI/CD issues that we are having during deployment of the new changes. Now there's an issue. You can actually see that this cursor is actually going down. We need to add a padding at the top and also padding at the bottom. We can actually not restrict the height of this stuff to fix that issue. And now so since we already tested out this stuff out, and we can actually see that what we're supposed to do today, we already completed all of them. We are just trying to make sure that most of them are working, and which we're actually seeing. So we'll be continuing this tomorrow, but first of all, let's actually save this. So if you hit the enter key, this will be saved, and now you see that office work list is updated to 2. And if you scroll down, you can actually see that talk with the manager added. Now by tomorrow, we actually go have a way to actually view our notes, update our to-dos, and maybe add another highlight that actually monitor whenever there's a date. So let's say someone types something like weekend, we can show them a way to select dates for weekend or something like that. So we can actually add those features to our input field. We focus on that tomorrow and see how that goes. But for now, we actually completed most of this stuff, except we didn't complete add the date list. So let's move this. We completed this. We also need to add a drag and drop feature that will work. Kind of like if you can drag a list to a new, you can drag it to a different list, something like that. You can add all those features. List input field, we completed that. Add keyboard command to open input, that's completed. Add colors and emoji selection, that was completed. Add delete list, edit list, we didn't do that. Add note to to-dos and test field, that's the last stuff we did. Add other input fields to the to-do input. So these two we didn't complete, and we are going to do these two tomorrow, and different other stuff we're going to do tomorrow. And that brings us to the conclusion of this today's streaming. And guys, if this is your first time joining us, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the Cozy Devs channel, and we can keep on streaming, and you can hang out with us and work on different projects and stuff together. And I think that's it. Also, you can actually follow me on my different social media platform, both Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn, and many other places. And we talk more there. See you guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day. Bye.